Most people think fathers repair old things because they're cheap, but psychology suggests something deeper. Sometimes, a broken object isn't just an object. Sometimes it's a memory, and memories are hard to replace. There was a man named David. Every Saturday morning, he disappeared into his garage, not because he loved tools, not because he had nothing better to do, but because in the corner of that dusty garage sat an old rusty toy truck. Its paint was peeling. One wheel barely turned. The metal was covered in scratches. To anyone else, it looked like junk, something that belonged in a trash can. But every weekend, David carefully cleaned it, tightened loose screws, removed rust, fixed broken pieces. His son watched him one day and finally asked, "Dad, why don't you just buy a new one?" David smiled, but he didn't answer, because the answer wasn't simple. You see, 20 years earlier, that toy truck belonged to a little boy. That little boy was his son. Back when the world was smaller. Back when scraped knees were life's biggest problems. Back when laughter echoed through the house every single day. David remembered the first time he gave that truck to his son. He remembered the excitement in his eyes, the way he carried it everywhere, the way he refused to sleep without it next to his bed. The toy truck wasn't sitting on the workbench. His memories were, and every time he repaired it, he wasn't fixing metal. He was touching a moment that no longer existed. The object becomes a doorway, a bridge, a connection between the present and the past. And fathers understand this better than most people realize, because fathers spend their entire lives watching time take things away. Their children grow up. The family gets older. The house becomes quieter. One day, the toys disappear. The bicycles disappear. The bedtime stories disappear. And suddenly, all that's left are memories. Maybe that's why fathers hold onto old things, not because they can't let go, but because they remember. A few years later, David's son moved away. The house felt different. The silence felt heavier. Rooms that were once filled with laughter became empty. Dinner tables became smaller. Conversations became shorter. And every father knows this feeling. The strange moment when the people you spent your whole life protecting no longer need protection. One evening, David sat alone in the garage. Rain tapped softly against the roof. His hands rested on that same toy truck. For a moment, he wasn't a middle-aged man anymore. He was a young father again, watching a little boy race across the living room floor, laughing, smiling, dreaming. Then reality returned. The garage was quiet, the boy was grown, and time had moved on. But the truck remained. Years passed. David grew older. His hair turned gray. His hands became slower. His movements became heavier. One afternoon, his grown son came home to visit. As he walked through the garage, he noticed the toy truck. It looked almost new, perfectly restored, still sitting in the same place. "Dad, you still have that thing?" David looked at the truck, then looked at his son. For the first time in years, he answered, "No, I don't have the truck, I have the memories." The room became silent, because suddenly his son understood. The truck was never about metal, never about money, never about repairing something broken. It was about preserving a piece of life that time couldn't give back. So the next time you see your father fixing something old, look closer. He might not be repairing an object. He might be protecting a moment he never wants to lose. And one day, when he's gone, you may discover that the object he spent years repairing was never the thing he was trying to save. It was you.